Hogwarts Legacy features a multitude of mildly interesting activities, including the exploration of the castle and grounds, learning spells, meeting familiar characters, and getting sorted into one of the Hogwarts houses. It's no surprise that the unsatisfied player base keeps asking for something meaningful, deep, and something that would finally fill the lifeless corridors with excitement. My name is Sliver, and today we're going to explore the possibility of romance being added to Hogwarts Legacy. Characterizing romance as much requested is an understatement. Every other day there's a new Reddit thread asking about whether or not romance will be implemented into the game. In fact, if I manage to clickbait you into watching this video, there's a good chance that you're one of these people. So let's go through the reasons why you might think it's a good idea to add romance into the game and why it's actually not. Number 1. Dating is a natural part of being a teenager, therefore it should be implemented into a game that deals with teenagers. There is no doubt that discovering romance and dating are important parts of growing up, and they are mostly experienced during our teenage years for the first time. However, this doesn't mean that just because the protagonists of the game are teenagers, the gameplay instantly becomes more realistic just by adding romance to it. In fact, it's very difficult to correctly implement this even in games that deal with adults, so it would be even more difficult in case of Hogwarts Legacy, especially with all the expectations from the fanbase and the already massively popular source material. Number 2. The films and novels also depict romance. Why shouldn't it be in the game then? The difficulty of implementing romantic relationships well differs a lot between types of media. In books or films, the viewer or reader has no choice in what happens, we just experience it. In this sense, it's much easier to create these interactions in films or novels. It's much more challenging, however, to develop appropriate romance stories once the player has the ability to decide between different choices. More often than not, video game romances just become a list of things to do rather than feel like real connections. And of course, there is the added difficulty of dealing with teenage kids in case of Hogwarts Legacy. Number 3. If we can cast killing curses, then why can't we date? It was revealed fairly early on that the player character can learn and use unforgivable curses, including Avada Kedavra and Crucio. Fans argue that it feels inconsistent to allow such mature themes like actual killing to be in the game and exclude dating, a much more light-hearted topic at the same time. On the other hand, you can say this for any other game that has mature themes but doesn't include romance. Would you like to see dating in Call of Duty? I didn't think so. What is and isn't included in a game is not based on what else is already added, but whether if it fits the theme or not. That's a much better point for argument. Number 4. Hogwarts Mystery had romance. Why shouldn't Hogwarts Legacy have it? An argument for adding romance options to Hogwarts Legacy is that Hogwarts Mystery, a mobile game that it is partly based on, also includes dating and romance. But if you dig a bit deeper in the topic, dating was added to Hogwarts Mystery after launch as an update due to popular demand, and, well, the results are mixed to say the least. I know teen romances can and maybe should be awkward, but I'm not sure this kind of awkwardness would be well received in Hogwarts Legacy. Number 5. A lot of RPG games have romance. RPGs like Mass Effect, Dragon Age and The Witcher do all have romance options and love interests, and for the most part these are considered well implemented. However, this does not mean that adding the option would work well in the setting of Hogwarts Legacy, which tries to appeal to a much younger audience, and involves 11 to 17-year-old teenagers, our character being 16 years old. In conclusion, I strongly believe that the correct implementation of romance in this game would be very difficult at best and maybe even close to impossible at worst, especially if we look at the ongoing drama about J.K. Rowling. With these conditions, I completely agree with the development team's decision of not adding romance to the game either until a later expansion or at all. What is your take on this rather controversial topic? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot. Thanks.